In January 1945, in the frozen forests of eastern France, a wounded American soldier climbed onto a burning tank destroyer. The metal beneath his boots was already on fire. Ammunition was exploding around him. In front of him, more than 100 German soldiers were advancing through the trees. He was alone. He was injured. Retreat was impossible. And for the next hour, one man would hold back an entire enemy assault. This is not a legend. This is not a movie scene. This happened in World War II, and this is the true story of Audie Murphy. By the winter of 1944, World War II had entered one of its most brutal phases. Allied forces were pushing through Europe, but German units were still capable of launching deadly counterattacks. The winter was merciless. Snow covered the fields and forests, and temperatures dropped far below freezing. Soldiers fought exhaustion, hunger, and frostbite, while holding fragile defensive lines deep inside enemy territory. Audie Murphy did not look like a hero. He was small, thin, and barely over 5 feet 5 inches tall. Born into extreme poverty in Texas, he grew up hunting to help feed his family. Too young to enlist at first, he lied about his age because he was determined to fight. By 1945, despite his youth, Murphy had already experienced more combat than most soldiers ever would. He had been wounded, promoted, and tested by constant fighting, yet he continued to lead from the front. On the 26th of January, 1945, Murphy's unit was positioned near the small village of Holtzwihr, guarding a critical section of the line. Intelligence reports warned of an imminent German counterattack. Soon, enemy infantry supported by armored vehicles began advancing through the snow-covered terrain. American forces were stretched thin, and the situation quickly became desperate. As the German attack intensified, an American M10 tank destroyer near Murphy's position was hit and burst into flames. Explosions rocked the area as ammunition inside the vehicle began to ignite. Smoke filled the air. The tank was no longer operable, and anyone near it was in extreme danger. Murphy ordered his men to withdraw to safer positions, while he remained behind to direct artillery fire by radio. Then, wounded in the leg and fully exposed, he climbed onto the burning tank destroyer. From that position, he grabbed the mounted .50 caliber machine gun and opened fire. He had no cover, no protection, only determination. For nearly an hour, Audie Murphy stood alone on top of the burning vehicle. He fired relentlessly at advancing German infantry, cutting down wave after wave of attackers. At the same time, he calmly adjusted artillery fire with deadly accuracy, breaking up enemy formations and forcing them to fall back. Despite his wounds and the flames beneath him, Murphy refused to retreat. Eventually, the German assault collapsed. What had been a determined and aggressive attack turned into a chaotic retreat. Only after the enemy withdrew did Murphy climb down from the burning tank. Exhausted, wounded, and bleeding, he collapsed. But his stand had succeeded. His actions saved his company from being overrun. For his actions that day, Audie Murphy was awarded the Medal of Honor, the highest military decoration in the United States. He became the most decorated American soldier of World War II. His bravery was officially recognized. But Murphy himself never saw his actions as heroic. He believed he had simply done what was necessary to protect his men. After the war, Murphy returned home carrying invisible wounds. Like many veterans, he struggled with trauma and nightmares. Yet his story endured. Audie Murphy became a symbol of courage, sacrifice, and quiet resolve. His actions remind us that World War II was not won by machines alone, but by ordinary men placed in extraordinary circumstances. On a frozen battlefield in France, one wounded American soldier climbed onto a burning tank and refused to surrender. For an hour, he held back an entire enemy force. This is why his name is remembered. This is why his story still matters. And this is why Audie Murphy will forever stand as one of America's greatest heroes.